Hi, I'm Halithor. I'm the creator of the Warcraft 3 custom game Monster Defense, and today I'm going to be doing a playthrough of my Blood Elf race. Before I get started though, I want to say that I consider a video like this to be a major spoiler for my game, as I think a lot of the fun and interest in Monster Defense and replayability in Monster Defense is unlocking a new race and figuring out its tech tree and figuring out a strategy for you to win with. That said, if you're feeling stuck with Blood Elves, please watch this video. Also, I'm going to spend the first 3 minutes here just talking about Blood Elf mechanics, not actually doing a playthrough. So maybe you could watch that section and get a little better understanding of how Blood Elves work overall, and then make some more attempts before watching the complete playthrough to get the full spoiler. So let's get started with that. So this first game, I'm just going to do some cheats. Warp 10, some greed is good, and I just want to show the basic mechanics of Blood Elves. So you start with your little caravan, kill a rabbit, and I just want to talk about the economics and how they build a base and make money. So you'll start by building your main, most important building. And from that main, you want to start building houses to start having citizens live there so that you can tax them and earn gold. So to build houses, you need to first build roads. Roads need to start from your main. If I build them out here, they'll just explode. Or they need to be adjacent to another road. So you can see here, I'm building out. And if I build some by mistake, they just explode. And along these roads, you can then build houses. They start as tents, they get upgraded to a house, and eventually become apartments. And inside of these houses, there is mana, which represents citizens. So here's a little tooltip for it. You can read it while I talk. But essentially, the mana in this structure represents a citizen. You then tax these citizens to earn gold income. But these citizens also require food in the form of rations. You can't use the fountain to fill these tents with mana. That would be cheating. Each of these houses individually has a rate where it's gaining citizens, and that's actually based on your empire's happiness. So you can see a little bit more of an overview of this all here at the Empire report, which is on your main structure. This passive updates every 10 seconds when you see your income go. So you can see I have 19 citizens, they're happy, there's a tax rate and a ration rate, and then you can see how many food stores I have and how many soldiers have recently died. The taxes, the rations, and the recently deceased soldiers all affect your happiness, and that in turn affects how fast citizens grow in your houses. You can see here with happy, citizens actually move into these houses pretty quickly. And that's really useful for the start of this game to keep them happy, as I want more citizens. You can also see my taxes are going up, as the number over my main started at 3, and I think it was like 12 now, so my income's going up pretty significantly. You will want to have about 30-ish houses in your base to have a really good run as Blood Elves. So pick a base accordingly and position and try to really fit in a grid. I find it's very useful to keep playing in the same base over and over again so that you can really figure out how you want to build your block structure and how you want to place everything. Another important aspect of this whole system is the food. The people need rations, and you can see here that I have only 925 left, so they're going through them pretty slowly, but as I get a lot of citizens, they'll start needing more. To make food, you just need to build these farm structures. Farm structures just produce 100 food every cycle, and you'll just need 4 or 5 of them in the game. Another really important building for Blood Elves is the Foundation building, because it upgrades into many useful things. But one of its most useful upgrades is this Policy Department. So the Policy Department lets you set the tax rate and lets you set the ration rate, which can dramatically impact how productive your economy is. So if I set the tax rate up to 24 or 26, the income I earn is going to go up significantly here because the taxes are much higher. But the happiness is going to go down because they're already content. So I need to match that with an increase in rations. So I'm going to put that up at 50 now. And slowly my people will probably drift back up to happy with an increased rations. So you need to strike a balance here in your Blood Elf town of a tax rate that's high enough that you're actually making the money you need to support your military needs, or and enough rations that people don't get upset and come and stop joining your town. These tents also are upgraded, which will double their capacity, but again requires you to actually have enough happiness to have people move into them over time. The economy also feeds back into your military in that whenever you train a unit from your barracks, it takes 2 citizens from one of your houses. So there you saw that house got affected. That tent gave up some citizens. Tent did it again. It picks one at random, but you can see it takes 2 citizens from each of your houses to train one of your soldiers. I don't want to get interrupted. It takes 2 citizens from a house to get to build a soldier. Soldiers also, when they die, like I said earlier, have a small negative impact on your happiness for 3 minutes after they die. Essentially what this means is you can't have too many soldiers die and just keep reproducing them and letting them die. Otherwise, they'll just continuously have a negative impact on your happiness, which will in turn significantly affect how fast your houses are growing. And eventually it can get so bad that people actually start leaving and your economy just starts collapsing. And that's basically endgame if your economy collapses as Blood Elves.
Outstanding.
That's the overview of everything you need to know about Blood Elves economies. I'm going to actually quit out of this, start the game over again without cheats, and we're going to do an actual playthrough now. So let me start this game. So the first thing you need to do as Blood Elves is to really get that starting economy going. You start with almost no income compared to actually what you need to spend on troops and walls and stuff like that. So you're going to want to pick a base that you're comfortable with and just start building houses like there's no tomorrow. So I like this base down here. I've been practicing in it a lot as I've been working on this most recent version. And I'm going to start building my main. Always have your 3 starting workers build your main. Just gives you more time. Get rid of your rabbit, even though it's sad. And you're going to want to start by building your grid out from your main. Just get a couple queued. Build 5 more workers to harvest lumber. And then as soon as you get them out and have locations for it, you want to start building houses. So I'll grab this guy here. And you can see that I really take advantage of shift queuing, especially with these roads. And so I've spent a lot of time in this base, and messed up my queuing. So I really have a good idea of what I want to do here. And I know I want to get 6 houses in this bottom row. So you can see I'm building out roads. I need 4 more here, and this is the 5th one, and then I can start building north from there. Start building in. And I'm just kind of like queuing up a bunch of stuff so that I don't need to spend actions on more of that. I only trained 5 workers in addition to my starting 3 because I need this gold to build my first few tents. If you overinvest into workers, you're just going to find yourself with too little gold as your first few tents are being built, and you're just not going to get them up fast enough. So there's a delicate balance that needs to be struck. And you can see I just grab a guy with my lumber line, send him out to build a tent as I can, and then send him back when I can.
What do you want?
Alright, we're doing okay. I don't want to invest more of my gold into training more workers quite yet. I find I want to do that about around when I have 12 of these fully constructed. And this is a 6x2, so it's not quite ready yet.
Let me do it. How did that go? You're interrupting my calculations. Work complete. Work complete.
But this is going good otherwise.
What do you want? That's not.
This is this guy's last road. I'm gonna have to start building this way.
Yes, you're interrupting my calculation. That's not in the blueprints.
I'll build that house there too.
No, not
More
like that.
lumber is required. More lumber is required.
An elf would have thought of something better.
Alright, my gold comes up to 11 now. That's starting to look good. It should be about 20 by the time monsters arrive. Otherwise, I'm behind.
I'll have it up in no time.
I find that when I'm recording these videos, I'm often running behind just because I'm not a pro gamer and it's very hard to talk while you play a game at the same time. But I'm hoping for the best. I'll have this guy stay here. It looks like I have enough surplus gold to just get another guy out.
More lumber is required. More lumber
I'm on the job.
Okay, got another guy out. He'll just keep helping me with a trickle of a little bit more lumber. So we're getting pretty close here, and you'll notice I have no walls. That's kind of a feature of this race. In general, you're probably okay with no walls, just because you have like the starting soldiers, like the archers and the footmen and the Blood Elf Lord, all can handle themselves pretty well. at least at the start.
Prince.
Okay, so I'm getting enough gold now, and I've got more than 12 of these houses up, like I was talking
I'll
about.
have it up in no time.
So I'm gonna start pulling these guys over and building walls to actually defend myself. So Blood Elves are a race that needs to use a choke point.
Something job. No, not like that.
Cue that correctly. Blood Elves is a race that needs to use choke point. So I'm gonna wall off this one and put an archer behind this wall, and I'm gonna go wall off that one and put an archer behind this wall, and
What? How did that go through?
Waiting on you.
and then all of the monsters will be funneled in this entrance right here, where I'll build a choke and all my defensive capacity will go there. Alright, building more guys because I have some gold surplus. I want to make sure I keep thinking about actually building more houses too, not just get stuck on building defenses, because I still need a lot more income before I can really start reinforcing my military
On
units.
the job. You're interrupting my calculations.
I've got decent roadways here, but they're just totally empty of houses, which is a big problem.
More lumber is required. More lumber.
But I can start training more lumber guys, and I should stop having struggles with lumber to build these tents.
Is my aid required?
I'll have it up in
Yo,
no
why are
time.
you outside of the wall? I want you inside the wall.
Prince.
I don't want you to die, Mr. Worker.
You're interrupting my calculations.
I can't build that.
What do you want? No.
On the job.
On the job. I'll have it up in no time. Oh, but something better.
I can't build that.
But something better. On the job.
No time to go back for mistakes.
More lumber.
Just keep building, guys.
I can't build that.
No, not like that. Let me do it.
More lumber is required.
Yes, I'm already on. That's not enough.
More lumber is required.
Want me to do what? You're interrupting
More
my
lumber is
calculations.
required.
Alright, we're doing okay here. Just building our lumber income. Blood Elves need a lot of lumber.
I'll have it up in no
To
time.
help with that, I'm actually going to build a structure that can help me with lumber income. But I'm also just producing a lot of guys.
On the job.
And I probably want
No.
more guys chopping than really seems appropriate at this point. Just because I'll use it later. Especially when I get to the next tier and I have to upgrade all these tents to the houses. It takes a lot of lumber to do that action.
On the job. Yes, I'm already on. You're interrupting my calculations. Not like that.
Okay, so here's that building I was talking about. It's the Workers Guild. The Workers Guild is really useful, and it has lumber harvesting upgrades, but it also has upgrades for your wall durability and for your general structure durability. So it's definitely something you want to pick up.
On the job. What do you want? I'll have it up in no time.
Okay, I need to grab a worker here, and I want to start working on my choke up here.
Is my
Making
aid
it have like an actual defensive wall here, so that there's a choke point to work with. Okay, I'm gonna send one of you guys back.
I'll have it up in no time.
Clearly we have too many people here. Another thing this foundation can upgrade is to this tavern. This tavern is useful because it increases the happiness of everyone affected by it, which will in turn increase my growth rate, especially at this early point where I don't have really any other way of like affecting my happiness because I can't set the tax rate. The other warning we just got there was the food warning, which means I need to build a farm, like I talked about in the little intro section.
I'll have it
So I'm
up
gonna
in
send that
no
guy
time.
over there to build a farm. These guys are just kind of AFK, but they should be building more houses.
What? Elf would have thought of something better. No, not like that.
And I just want to like fill out this space
More gold is required.
with more and more. Oh, I don't want to let my bowman die.
You're interrupting my calculations.
Okay, so one thing to note is Blood Elves don't regenerate health during the night. They only regenerate health during the day. So my poor Blood Elves are really struggling right now because they have no health regen. But as it dawns, they get a very healthy 2 health regen per second. So it's about this point where I really need to get another barracks, because I need to get some more troops out to actually be able to survive when Teeth, Shrine of the Moonlight comes very soon. Lumber income is looking good. I'm going to grab one of these lumber wagons, which is a mobile drop-off point, so that the guys working over here don't have to walk quite as far. I'm going to keep building houses.
You're interrupting my calculations. That's not.
These two guys
Have it up in no time.
build houses over here too. Everyone builds houses. Great. Okay, so I've got a couple of archers queued. I'll keep my footies back here. I want these archers to basically sit right in this section, behind this wall, so that I have DPS in my choke here. The footmen will form a good wall, the archers will form a good destructive power. What am I saying?
An elf would have thought of something better.
Work complete.
Alright, we've got a lot of houses now, which is looking good. Got a few archers. Archers really like to run out and like get themselves killed, so it's very helpful to have pull them back and just micro them into a hold position. I'm gonna get two more swordsmen to fill this choke actually. Made it just a little too far. A little too far still. Pull back. My lord. There are lords in this game, not mages. Probably messed up my cast.
I am your servant.
Okay, that's a full wall off now. Very useful. The next thing I want to think about is actually getting up to the next tier. So I can't upgrade these, I can't get any more techs, I can't really get my units any stronger because I can't research any of these researches. So I'm going to start teching. Tier 3 unlocks a lot of things to make you just much stronger overall. I'm also going to pick up another level of wall durability. Very importantly with tier 2 is it allows you to upgrade these awful wooden walls into stone walls, which at least have the stone armor type instead of this wood armor type, and they have 50% more HP. So I'm worried about corruption right now. I'm probably just going to deal with her with like a bunch of archers, but to do that I probably need a full set of 12 archers here ready to go when she comes, and I want this improved bows upgrade so that they have the range to actually reach her. This wall isn't getting too much heat right now, but sometimes it's getting quite hot and spicy. Oh, there's teeth! It's taking them so long to get here! Teeth, don't kill the wall! Alright. I don't know why he took forever to get here. He should have been here forever ago. Okay, I'm getting that technology. I've got a ton of lumber. I want to get this policy department going. I want to upgrade some of these houses. I'm going to put this up into a temple so that I gain more happiness. This is a big point for Blood Elves economically, because you really get to pop off when you finally get to set your tax rates. I'm going to set this up to 24, I'm going to set this up to like 45 right now. Maybe even 50. So I want more growth. So immediately, I'm going to have massively more gold income. I'm going to spend a lot of that on upgrading these houses right now, but that's probably enough expenditure on my actual economy, because I need to start thinking about corruption and actually having defenses against her. So I'm going to put a tower down here. I'm going to keep getting out more of these guys, and Elven Reflexes is probably good. It's good for a little bit more durability on my guys. I also want to build a tech building, which is the Arcane Sanctum. And this is just a barracks, but for the Blood Elves. So it has upgrades for like your archer's damage and everyone's armor and stuff. And I'm upgrading these walls too. Spicy. Let that happen. I want to invest a little more into lumber. Yeah, I definitely do, because my lumber is much lower than I'm doing now. So this Sky Fury Tower, it needs mana to perform really, because it has a self buff that costs 20 mana that increases the sack rate by 400%. And it has 100% uptime, so it'll just constantly keep trying to keep it going. And eventually I'll upgrade this into a lightning tower. The Sky Fury Towers are also really good against air. They just have a bonus to killing them, which is good to exploit. So I'm just gonna get my archers here into a control group, so that when corruption arrives, I am not struggling to micro them. Okay, that's corruption on the horizon. As much as you don't like to see it, she's coming. Investment there.
I'm on the job.
I just tried to record this video a second ago, and this wall fell in the last minute, so I'm paying a lot of attention to it. Okay, this is actually looking really solid. Got a good defense. She's about here. Normally she'll attack a wall first. A lot of new players will complain that I can't reach her with my attacks, but I can always reach her with a flame strike. So I'm going to pull my archers back for a second, and then send them in. So otherwise they all get killed by her. And I really want her to change targets over to a fleet. Okay, great. We killed her. Now we just need to get our archers back in position so that we don't lose at this point. There's the archers trying to run out and kill themselves. Good. Get a footman to replace the guy who fell. Oh, there's an archer who ran out and is trying to get herself killed. Oh, she's stuck out there, so she gets to stay out there. Maybe she'll learn a lesson. Okay, more investment of all my economy into my economy, because I survived the biggest thing. And then now I also want to be thinking about next steps, which for me, that next step is picking up a shop. I really want to get the Phoenix out on my Blood Elf, my Lord, and a shop is how I'm going to get that done. Because the Phoenix costs 300 mana, I only have 156 max mana. The shop has items that can increase my max mana though. So I'll get this out. We're all doing alright. I want some more archers. I'm going to upgrade this to a chain lightning tower and get some improved lightning. The chain lightning towers are extremely expensive mana wise, but they are super strong when it comes to actually dealing damage. They have a chain lightning attack that's kind of mediocre when it's unupgraded, but once you get it enough upgrades, it becomes phenomenal. Alright, so I got this thing here. I'm going to get a Pendant of Energy, which gives me maximum mana. I'm going to buy some Intomes, and I'm going to grab a Robe of the Archmage. I'm really close. It looks like I'll need one more item, and then I'll have it. Then I'll be able to bring out the Phoenix. Just trying to keep my text going. So this upgrade right here is very powerful, and it just makes your Flame Strike and your Blood Lord in general much stronger. I highly recommend it. It makes the Bloodlord basically the strongest hero in the game once it's maxed out, just because he can spam out this very high damage, very strong attack, which is his Flame Strike. And right now you can see it's decently sized, but it's going to keep getting bigger, and it's going to keep being more dangerous. Okay, I want to get some archers down here. I don't want to like slack off on either of these back walls and accidentally get them killed. So I'm going to make sure they're all up. Alright, our economy is doing great. I'm getting the Phoenix out right now. And the Phoenix is super strong. Another thing I'm going to start thinking about doing is I actually want to start boosting my mana fountain. With this ability right here, Power Fountain. It increases the amount of regen that the fountain produces by 20%. Very useful as a Blood Elf to have your fountain boosted. I'm also, that guy there, this guy, going to start building some more mana infrastructure up here, and another tower. Okay, this is looking really good. How's my happiness? People are happy? That's great. Let's spend some money on some lumber and some upgrades for my durabilities. Let's make sure I keep teching here. Let's get some healer attacks. Okay, this is looking really good right now. I'm feeling very stable. I've got a nice block here, so no one can get in. I've got defensive towers set up. I've got a really annoying ghost. Okay, she stepped up. I've got defensive towers set up. I've got a lot of archers in position. I just need to get to the next tier now. I've got enough guys on lumber, it looks like, to get to the next tier comfortably. And so I'm going to do it. I just got the gold and that income. And now here we go. This will unlock another upgrade level for the houses of the apartments, which is even more expensive. It also will unlock these two items here. One of these is an aura that increases the happiness of houses near my Bloodlord, and one of them is an aura that increases the damage dealt by spellcasters. So I'm actually going to get a couple of the spellcasters, these flame casters, out, and get them ready for actually participating. This Archer's doing so good, just chilling back here, taking care of the air. Thanks, Miss Archer.
Research
I also know that for this base in particular, it's very useful for me to get a small little a bonus tower over there. Give it some mana. So you'll notice that I am kind of really struggling for mana now. Actually, like it wouldn't be wrong to say that I have thirst for mana. But that's normal for Blood Elves as far as I'm concerned. So I'm going to take some of these casters and move them out. So the casters all have this ability right here for pausing their movement, and it makes it so that you can really get them stuck in one spot. Very useful for these flame casters, who they shoot out their attack in a line. And so if you put them at the end of the end of your funnel, you can see that that dragon slave right there just went out and killed everything in the room. Very useful. Okay, tier 3 is up. I want to invest a little bit in upgrading to the next tier of houses. So I got a decent number of them. But I also want to make sure I'm teching. So I got another upgrade there, I'm getting some techs there. I'm going to put down a couple more farms. So I think I want to increase my tax rate. And then to do so to 26, I'm going to increase this up to 65 rations. Rations can go really high, but you just need to keep up with it. And it's a good way to get around like a high tax rate, essentially. And so you just want to have just an economic powerhouse going on of taxes. And so I'm at 186 per income. That's really useful. But to resolve my mana issues now, I'm actually going to start using my gold to generate mana using these power generators. These power generators, every second, you can see here, this one's working, consume 1 gold to produce 3 mana. I've got 2 of them down here, powering this single tower, and that's just how it's going to stay for a little while. Up here, you can see my towers are actually running quite out of mana, so I need to get mana back into the system up here. So I'm going to build some more generators. Oh shit! That was scary. Still is scary. Alright, there's some recovery. Maybe? Okay. Oh my god. Never a dull moment in this game. Who made this game so hard? Alright, I recovered from that, amazingly. I've got a bunch of guys who are no longer held positions, so they're running out and getting themselves killed. This is good. And my Blood Elf Lord is dead, so I need to get him back. These defensive walls, and the Phoenix especially, along with some supporting casters, should be able to handle that. I'm gonna get out a lot more archers here. I want to build some more barracks as well. Wow. Alright, I'm glad I recovered from that. So this wall right here is being held by this tower and these 4 archers. Blood Mage is back. He's here to shoot bubblegum, look around. I'm upgrading one of these lanterns into an automagical lantern, which is just the same as the normal lantern, but it automatically transfers to units when they come within range. That'll make it much easier to micro the mana to my units as they come out. Alright, I'm kind of happy with my archer situation now. I did grab a bunch of them. Where'd it? Send another one down there. Okay, so the emergency results. Try to get technologies. How's my chopping? A little too good. In fact, you guys are getting a little too far. My comfort zone. I'm gonna build one of these here. I guess we chop this tree. I do not want to chop the oak. Lumber is now the resource I need. I'll do that. Make another row of lumber. Tech.
I'll have it up in no time.
You guys do that. Okay, this looks like it's going a little better. After recovering from the broken walls over here, I need more lumber
On the job.
too. After recovering from the broken walls, I have restabilized. I didn't lose any housing. I didn't really lose that many troops. But I did lose 8 to sea, so my happiness has dipped a little bit. But I've been managing it pretty well so far that it's not going to be that big of a problem. I'm actually going to send these guys over here repair as well. Having repairers on patrol I find is very useful. Which makes them a little more effective and less likely to get attacked as enemies come through the wall.
Let me do it.
I do just the advantage.
Alright, we got 2 lightning towers. It's a crazy amount of mana I'm burning on that.
I'll have it up in no time.
More lumber.
Need some more mana, need some more blast staffs, because blast staffs are just passive DPS for my blood elf lord. I don't really need these max mana things anymore. I'm gonna pick up an Archmage's staff, and that'll actually increase the damage from my flame casters, and from my Phoenix, because my Phoenix actually has like a passive spell damage ability that it uses. Melee Phoenixes do have this ability as well. It's just not described in its tooltip. I'm also going to grab 2 of these water elementals. I'm just keeping an eye on the walls. Okay. We're doing good. I'm now spending quite a bit of money on mana, so I want to like make sure I focus my income on upgrading these houses, as I have lumber for them. As you can see, I'm draining that mana, that gold into lumber, into... I think I have enough guys on lumber here, and I really don't want to like over-invest into it too much.
More lumber.
Here's the first water elemental. These water elementals are very good at gap holding. They've got a short range bouncing attack, which is a decent amount of damage. But their real power is they have a mana shield that converts a pretty significant amount of damage into mana. So it's 6 damage per point of mana right now, and I can upgrade it here with this attack. I also think I want to start getting some of this stuff. I'll get their tech first. I'll wait for another water elemental to come. Spamming out Flame Strikes. So Flame Strike now is level 3, and it just has such a significant amount of like damage it can deal. 50 damage per second for 2 seconds. That's huge. It still even has a tech for it, which I'm gonna get right now. Alright, number is good. Keep pushing the gold and go. I'm happy on my people. Keep coming quickly. Yeah, I'm happy. That's very nice. I think I had an archer over there before, which was bad. Eventually I'm going to upgrade these 3 backline foundations into... whoa, that was great. I'm going to upgrade those into mana generators as well. But for now I don't have the time, the money to do it for it. I'm also going to grab a couple of guys to come back here and get backline repairs. I need to push my mana as well. Get rid of my last mana, because that's very useful. Sell the shop. There's some cones. Okay, so guys are injured. I'm actually gonna pick up a priest to deal with that. I also want to build a few more barracks, because at the end of the game, you'll often want to just like mass produce footmen to deal with death, or other units too.
We're under attack.
Still lumber.
Our town is under attack.
Alright, you guys are chopping a little too close for comfort. Not want to chop through.
More lumber is required. More lumber is required.
Our town is under attack.
Something a little bit more?
You're interrupting my calculations.
Okay, I'm gonna get some ballista now. 3 on the way. That'll be a good start. Right now I'm relying primarily on archers for damage. These priests are now keeping my guys healed. They have high level heal, which makes it much more effective at per time. Wow, lots of Okay, so I'm gonna move these over here to get them in a better position. So the ballista are just like an AoE siege. They're good for just getting some solid area of effect damage out on the field. Pack them in tight. They can provide a lot of damage. Your guys don't. Oh fuck, there's a... No!
My people must be avenged.
The harpies.
Outstanding. It shall be done. It shall be
Kill that.
Our town is under attack.
Okay, all of my apartments are now upgraded, or all of my houses are now upgraded into apartments. I'm pushing these power generators up. Yo, there's a hole? I'm gonna put a couple of archers on patrol in my worker line back here.
We're under attack.
Alright, these ballistas are up and out for sure. Get this mana into extra circulation. I think I have one more boost that I can do to this. Oh, it's a part 4 only. I got one more boost after that. Okay. We're looking okay. I don't want these walls to fall. This one's making me kind of nervous. I feel like I'm getting a lot of attention here, where I don't normally get attention. Where did those archers go? Oh, they probably got aggroed out. Yeah, they're up here. Alright, I guess I didn't need that wood anyways. Okay, okay, guys. That's an actual drop to tree. Back. Watermental's gonna get a little tight. I'm gonna give this wall one of these little stuff. Just freaking me out. That exactly is my dad. That's happy. Happy? That's as good as I can ask for right now.
Our town is under attack.
Alright, we're sitting really good. Death is coming quite soon. All of our walls are upped. I could get one more upgrade for that wall actually. Man, we don't need much wood anymore, so we're probably doing totally fine there. This wall is stable, so he'll definitely come to our choke. This wall is pretty stable, so he'll very likely come to our choke. These guys are trying their damnedest just to chop through my tree walls so that I lose, but I won't let them. I've got decent mana supply coming in. Fountain of Mana is actually full of mana. It's crazy. Maybe a little inappropriate. Like that, put so much time into making it better and better. Wall upgrades coming. I don't like these guys building up right there. That's why I put more mana production down here, so that I can get some more force. Okay, I'm feeling kind of confident there, so I'm gonna bring this over here. Okay, where are you, you bastard? Oh boy, breaking through. That is not what I want to see anymore. It's a little early for that. Okay, Death thankfully did not attack that. We got our first battalion of soldiers out. This battalion of soldiers is really here just for when Death breaks in. So right now Death is outside the walls. Maybe he's not outside the walls. Yeah, he's outside the walls. We're holding him out. He's actually going for a wall. Quite uncommon. Normally he goes for the pack. So this is where good maintenance of these other walls is really important, because if one of these falls, we're just going to lose everything. We've got all these barracks training more foot soldiers to replace the ones that fall on the front lines. And Death is just coming down clean. We've got enough archers in the back lines, enough ballistas back here to really take him down. This wall's holding because these water elementals are just super durable. And we quickly recovered from that, and Death has died. And it's as easy as that. In most scenarios, I'd expect him to go straight for that wall and basically eliminate all the footmen there. And that's why I had all these barracks there ready to train footmen to replace the footmen that fall in the front line. In general, you can kind of only use this strategy against Death, because you're going to rapidly increase your recently deceased if you do this, and that'll just tank your happiness. So it can't be your maintenance strategy. In general, you're going to want like a choke with these water elementals chilling in it, just to keep you through the game. And that's how you do Blood Elf. We had some chaos. This wall actually fell in a really scary way, but I recovered. And our mana's looking good. And that's how you play Blood Elf. If you want to engage more, feel free to drop by the Discord. There's links in the loading screen. There's links in the quest log. There's links in the map lobby. So come join the Discord. I'm always active, and there's a number of active players. I love hearing feedback. I love talking strategy. That said, good luck with your next game. Hope to see you in a lobby, and hopefully you succeed with Blood Elves now. See you later.